What's going on, guys? This is Time FK7. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a motorcycle review. Today's motorcycle is the Kawasaki Ninja 300. Let's go! Now, the Kawasaki Ninja 300 is my first motorcycle, and it's a very good beginner bike because as a noob myself, I never learned how to drive on a motorcycle, especially on a sport bike. This motorcycle in particular has a 296cc motor. It features a liquid cooled 4-stroke 8-valve parallel twin engine, and 0 to 60 time is just about 5.5 seconds. So this is a very good beginner's bike because as a noob myself, I didn't want anything too fast or too slow. So this motorcycle fit in the middle. It's not too slow or not too fast, and it's very light, weighing just under 400 pounds. So if you ever drop this, like I have, I dropped it a couple times, I was able to easily pick it up. All right, since we're looking at the side of the motorcycle, one thing that I love about this motorcycle design is these vents right here on the side. It makes the motorcycle really beefy looking, and these vents, they actually let air escape. So when you're riding, the air comes in here and escapes out here. Now, it doesn't burn your legs or anything, but I just find it to be pretty cool because as I'm riding, I do feel the hot air. It's not too hot, but it's the hot air that escapes from these vents right here. And it makes the motorcycle have this nice sports bike look because it is a sports bike. It's not a super sports bike, but it is a sports bike. So I really like these vents. I also like the fact that they put like their emblem right here. They have like this Ninja logo, and they have this black plastic thing right here. And we also have our indicators right here, as well as the Kawasaki logo down here. And of course, like what we discussed earlier, we have our motor right here. So we are about the back end of the motorcycle. We have a brake pedal right here, which you would just step on to activate the brake. We have our foot peg right here where you would rest your foot. And we have, if you have a passenger, just slide that out. They'll be able to sit up here with their feet down here. And then if you don't have a passenger, you can just put it back up just like that. And of course, we have our exhaust. Now, this is not the stock exhaust. The stock exhaust was super quiet. That's why I decided to put an aftermarket exhaust. By the way, this is a cheap exhaust that I got from Amazon because the stock exhaust on this was very quiet. It sounded like a moped, but once we changed the exhaust, it sounded a lot like a much powerful motorcycle. So when you get this motorcycle, I do recommend getting an exhaust for it. So here we are at the rear of the motorcycle. As you can see, we have our side indicators, we have our license plate right here, we have our brake light, as well as we have this wheel. Now, this wheel is not wide or too skinny. It's like I said, this being a 300cc, you don't need the wide tires, so we're going with medium profile tires, not too big, not too small. These are good tires even when it's raining because you're not going to be sliding around, and then braking power on this motorcycle is also very good with these wheels. And we also have this red reflector right here. This does not light up. It's just a reflector just in case somebody's behind you. This will reflect light back to them. You know, it just helps out with visibility. So we have our brake lights right here, our side lights, and as well as our license plate. And there is a light right here that will light up the license plate at night. So now we're on the left side of the motorcycle. There's not really much going on here except you have your kickstand right here, as well as your gear shifter right here. Now, the way that I learned how to ride a motorcycle is I would watch YouTube videos. So now we're in the front of the motorcycle. First thing you're gonna see are these bug-eyed shaped headlights. And these are halogen headlights, which I'll probably switch over to LEDs one day, as well as this windshield right here. I want to black it out. And some other things that, you know, that I can possibly do to this motorcycle. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. So anyways, moving on, the front of the vehicle, we have our front tire. It's a pretty skinny tire. Like I said, this is not a fast motorcycle, so you're not gonna get that beefy, fat tire that the super bikes have. With this being a 300cc, you're only gonna get this skinny tire right here, as well as this part right here, it's supposed to have this orange reflector, but when I first rode this motorcycle, it broke off when I fell off the motorcycle because it stalled on me. And that will happen to you as a new rider with nobody teaching you, except for YouTube. You will stall, everybody does it. So that happened to me, and then as a result, this reflector broke off. We also have our disc brake. Now your main brakes on the motorcycle is not gonna be on the rear tire, but it's gonna be on the front tire. So it's really important for you to be checking on your brakes, see if they work on this motorcycle, especially on the front, because you get most of your braking power on the front of motorcycles. So now we're gonna be talking about the seats of this motorcycle. Now, how do the seats feel? It's not too soft, not too hard. It's pretty comfortable. Although your seating position is slightly forward, it is kind of like a sports bike, so you will be angling forward. So how do these seats feel on the Kawasaki Ninja 300? Now, these seats are not too soft or not too hard. I'm not uncomfortable at all, although it varies by age, I guess. If you're a younger person, obviously, you know, it's not gonna feel like you're stressing your body out or whatever. So this is a slightly forward riding position, meaning your back is gonna be like that. Because I know on the other bikes, like the super bikes, you're gonna be positioned like this. Whereas this one, it's more of a relaxed position. So on long rides, you're not gonna feel that, you know, that lower back pain that you would get riding other bikes at a higher CC than this. But yeah, the ride height is perfect, and this is what I look like if I'm riding this motorcycle. And if you're on the highway, of course you're gonna wanna lean forward. So you're gonna be like this. So this is what you're gonna look like riding on the highway. So that, you know, the aerodynamics of the motorcycle, like that. Ring, ring, ring. So as a passenger, it feels super uncomfortable right here. Like right now, I feel like I'm about to fall. So I'm like holding on for my life. So I'm just gonna go down now because I don't like it. But yeah, you get it. Don't have passengers. I suggest telling your passenger to get their own motorcycle so that you guys can ride together. But yeah, you know, if you're gonna have passengers, they're gonna be uncomfortable. They might be scared because it just feels like they're gonna fall because they're so high up compared to you, because your butt is right here while your passenger butt is up here. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it's fine, based on my passenger.
That's what I said.
Yeah, all right.
What I said.
Let's move on. So now we're gonna be moving on to the storage compartment. Well, it's not really a storage compartment. This is just a good place to put your paperwork, and that's pretty much it. So in order for us to open this, because I couldn't figure it out when I first started riding, when I first started riding, I was just pulling on this and sliding this, and I was wondering, how in the world do I open this? It wasn't until I looked down here when I saw this key right here. So you're gonna put your key in, just like that, and then you're gonna twist to the right. And while you're twisting to the right, it's gonna unlock, and then you can pop this up, just like that. So now the seat cover would come off, and you would have access to your little mini storage compartment. It's perfect for holding all your paperwork. Like right here, I have my registration, and you can also lift this little pocket up to access more storage, which goes like that. And in here, I have my alarm. So if anybody does try to steal my motorcycle, I have an alarm right here, and they won't be able to locate it because it's inside of this storage compartment. You can also put tools in here. And to put this back on, you see how this has little latches right here? So what you're gonna wanna do is slide this in first. So you're gonna slide this side first, that way, until it fits nice and secure. And then you're gonna hear a click and then push down, just like that. And then you're gonna go down here. Don't forget your keys here, because there's one day I left my keys here, and I was trying to find my keys so that I can go riding. And it turns out it was just here all along. I spent about 30 minutes trying to look for my keys. So yeah, to lock it, just twist to the left. just like that. This is what your dash would look like, as well as the handlebars. So you're pretty much getting your basic features like your high beam, low beam, your turn signals, your horn, as well as your flashers. You also have your clutch right here on the left side. And on the right side, you have, of course, your brake. Then you have your kill switch right here. And you have your electric starter right here if you press that button. Now, as you can see, I have a GoPro mount right here. It's only there because for my safety, or if I wanted to make motorcycle videos, I would just plop the GoPro mount right here and it'll be facing me. I'd also have a GoPro on my helmet, which is very important to have. Now, I do stress about having a dash cam or some kind of action camera facing the road while you're riding, because you never know what's gonna happen. You never know when you're gonna get into an accident. I'll tell you one of my experiences when I first started riding this motorcycle. After a couple of weeks, I witnessed an accident. So it happened right in front of me and I had it on camera. So it's very important to have some kind of video footage while you're riding. Anyways, moving on. This is the key for the Kawasaki Ninja. It's just a pretty basic key right here. And to turn on the motorcycle, obviously you're gonna wanna insert the key into the ignition. So insert it right here, twist to the right, and your dash will turn on just like that. And speaking of dash, your dash is gonna tell you your speed, the miles put into the motorcycle. We have our gas gauge right there and a clock. And we also have our tachometer right here. It tells you how many RPMs the motorcycle is while you're riding. And of course, you know, it's gonna tell you when you're signaling, if you're using your high beam, low beams. And to turn on the motorcycle, you're gonna wanna switch this to the on position. So just like that. If you're in first gear, you're gonna squeeze the clutch just like that. And then you press this button. And this is what the motorcycle sounds like. So another thing that I want to talk about is this gas tank right here. So this is where you would fill up your gas. Turn that off. So in order for us to open up the gas tank, because when I first got this motorcycle, I did not know how to put gas in it. I knew it was somewhere here, but I didn't know that you needed to flip this open, put your key in, and twist to the right to get the gas tank opened, which I kind of struggled when I first got this motorcycle. But now I know, so it's pretty easy. So for you to close it, the key has to be on the open position, and then you are to twist it to the lock while pressing down on the gas cap. And that's it. Anyways guys, that about wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my video of my Kawasaki Ninja 300. I will be doing more videos on this motorcycle, so stay tuned. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like this video if you like this video. I also have a 2021 Honda Civic Sport hatch that I'll be making videos of, as well as tech and a little bit of gaming. Also, comment down below if you are a first-time rider or if you're planning on riding a motorcycle, or even if you're an experienced motorcycle rider, what tips and tricks would you be able to give me, because I am still a new rider. Any advice would help. Any video suggestions would also help. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This is Time FK7. Peace out.